in this class, I'll be discussing about some previous year questions from logical reasoning and data interpretation. Okay, so the questions that I'm going to discuss in this class would be from CAT 2018. All right, slot 1 paper. Okay, let's begin. So before I actually start with my class, let me just tell you a bit about myself. My name is Ishwarya and I have done my master's in mathematics from University of Delhi. Prior to that, I have done graduation from Miranda House, University of Delhi. And in total, I have more than 4 years of training experience and have trained for various management entrances like CAT, GRE, and GMAT. All right. Now, these are the students who have aced CAT 2020. So you guys can also join this list for CAT 2021 if you start with your preparations as soon as possible. So right now is the best time to start your preparations for CAT. So if you go for the iconic subscriptions of CAT, then you have these benefits. Okay, so let me just explain you all these benefits once. So you will get personalized attention from the educator. You will get regular test analysis and reports of the test of the mock test that you give on a platform. Okay, what are your weak areas? What are the areas that need to be worked upon? So everything would be taken care of here. Preparation for some other management entrances would also be there. In this, you will also have you will also be given help for GDPI also, and your college timelines and everything will be well explained. Then all the benefits of plus subscription are there in your iconic subscription also. Okay, now this is the information about the this is the information about the batches that have recently started. So we have started a batch from 18th of March. And from 20th and 22nd of March, we are going to start a new batch on our platform. All right. Now, this is something I would like to inform you that a price hike is going to come soon on our platform. So right now the price is 17,500. This price would be increased to 22,550. Okay, so this is the price of our plus subscription for 12 months. So right now is the best time for you to enroll for the course and start your preparations with us. All right. Now, this is an opportunity for your students preparing for CAT and for other management entrances. The course of this weekly scholarship test, Unacademy Combat that we conduct is same as CAT. Okay, so what you can do is that participate in this test, give this test, and if you score well in this test, then definitely you will get scholarships up to 55 lakhs. Okay, so the next test is going to be on 21st of March at 12 p.m. To unlock this test, you can use my code AAISH10. Okay. Now, this is the wonderful feature of the Unacademy app. This is the Ask a Doubt feature. Okay. So what you have to do is that you just have to go to your Unacademy app, click on Ask a Doubt, and take the picture of the question you want the solution for. Crop the image so that the question becomes highlighted. Then you have to select the subject to which the question belongs and submit it on a platform. As soon as you do this, our educators will solve the question and share the detailed explanation with you. Okay. So now let us just discuss about the discount code. So my discount code is AAISH10. You can use this code while taking the plus subscription or Unacademy subscription, and your fees would be reduced by 10% of the entire fee. All right. So these are all the benefits that you get from here. Along with that, you can use this code AAISH10 to get to unlock any of the special classes on our platform. Okay, so let's begin. Yes, hi Ayushi, welcome to the class. Yeah, so in this session, I'm going to discuss some previous year questions. And you have a question on your screen. This question is from Logical Reasoning. It came in CAT 2018. Okay, so now I would request you to just read the question properly and try to make the arrangement. Okay, please try to solve the question, then we'll solve this question in detail. Okay. Okay, let us read the question together and try to understand what the question is saying. Okay, so the question says that there are 24 people and they are part of 3 committees which are to look at research. So what are the 3 committees we have? Research, teaching, and administration, right? So these are the 3 committees given in the question. No 2 committees have any member in common. Okay, no 2 committees are of same size, so the size of each and every committee is different. Number of people in each and every committee is different. Each committee has 3 types of people. Okay, what are the 3 types of people? They have bureaucrats, educationalists, and politicians. So these are the 3 kinds of people in each and every committee, with at least one from each of 3 types. It means from here we get that minimum 3 people are there in each and every committee. This is what I can infer from the statements we have read till now. Okay. Now, the following facts are known. So these are certain conditions given. Let us read the conditions and try to understand. So the first condition says that the number of bureaucrats in research and teaching committees are equal. Okay, so I can say that number of bureaucrats in research is equal to number of bureaucrats in teaching. Yes, hello Hassan, welcome to the class. We are solving questions from previous year papers. Yes, please read the question and try to make the arrangement here. Okay. Yes, so we were discussing the point number 1. So it is given that number of bureaucrats in research is equal to the number of bureaucrats in teaching. While the number of bureaucrats in research, okay, means BR, bureaucrats in research is 75% of the number of bureaucrats in administration. Okay, so 75% means 3/4 of bureaucrats in administration. All right, so let me just draw a table here denoting bureaucrats, educationalists, and politicians. Okay, now let us make the committees. We have 3 committees. Let us write the total here. So the first committee is of research, then we have teaching, and then we have administration. So these are the 3 committees that I have. Okay, let's see. So it is given that number of bureaucrats is equal to number of bureaucrats in research and teaching committees are equal. So if I take this value as x, then this value is also equal to x. Okay, and from there I can say that it is number of bureaucrats in administration is equal to 4/3 of number of bureaucrats in research. Hence, this is 4/3 of x. Is the first statement clear to everyone? Okay. Okay, so I hope the first statement is clear to both of you. Let us continue further. Let us read the second statement. Okay, now please remember, whenever, see, we are doing the entire set. Okay, but the total number of people is equal to 24. So this we have to keep in mind. Let's see the second statement. So the second statement says that number of educationalists in the teaching committee is less than number of educationalists in research committee. Okay, so if I take this number as P and this number as Q, then I know from this statement that Q is less than P. Right or not? Is this statement clear till here? Yes, please give me a thumbs up if this statement is clear till here. Yes, hi Sayak, hi Nikhil, welcome to the class. Quickly read the question and try to solve it. Okay, let's see the next statement. So it says that number of educationalists in research, that is P, is average of number of educationalists in other 2 committees. Okay, so since it is given that P is equal to Q plus R by 2. If I take R here, Okay, so this is what I have, that Q is less than P and P is equals to Q plus R by 2. Okay. Yes, good afternoon, Nikhil. All right, so I hope this statement is clear. Let's move on to the third statement. This says that 60% of the politicians are in administration committee. Okay, so if I take, okay, so let us take the total number of politicians as some number. Let us take it as Y. Okay, so number of politicians in administration committee would be 60% of Y, right? Then 20% are in teaching. So in teaching, they are 20%. Means the number of politicians in research will be 20%. So from these percentages that are given to me, I can say that if I take the number of politicians in research as Y, then in teaching also they will be Y, and in administration, the total number of politicians would be equal to 3Y. Yes. Are these 3 points clear? So I hope everything is clear till now. If everything, all the 3 points are clear till now, please give me a thumbs up so that I can proceed. Okay, great. So now the set is clear to you. The meaning of each and every statement given is clear to you. So now I would request you to solve the question. Okay, now you have to simplify this table a bit. Now I'm going to show you the question. Read the question carefully and try to solve it. Okay, yes, so this is the question. Okay, so we have this much information till now. Yes, read the question and tell me the answer. The total number of people is 24. Yes, hi Sahil, hi Lovepreet, hi Mansi. Please try to solve the question. Yes, any answers yet? Should I give you a hint? Okay, should I discuss this question now? Please say yes if you want me to discuss this question. Okay, so we have an answer. Let's see. Let us discuss this now. Okay. See, we know that the total number of people is 24. So, and the number of bureaucrats are given in this ratio. So, if I take the value of x as 1, okay, so then the number of administration people would be in fractions, which is not right? So I have to take x as the multiple of 3. So if I take x as 3, the number of people would be 3, 3 and 4, which means the total is 10, right? Which is less than 24. Hence, this is acceptable. If I take number of people x as 6, right? If I take the value of x as 6, then I will get 6 comma 6 comma 4 into 2, that is 8. Okay, so sare log, this would be 8 plus 12, 20. But this is not right because there are people in other, we have educationalists and politicians also, right? It means we will take the value of x as 3 only. So this is the only possible value here. So if I take the value of x as 3, number of people in research would be 3. In teaching also 3, and in administration this will be 4, and their total would be 10. I hope this step is clear to everyone. Now let's see for politicians, let's see what we can do. Okay, so now 10 people are already gone. We are left with just 14 people now. Okay, now let's see, the number of politicians are in the ratio 1:1:3. Okay, now let us take different values of y. If I take y as 1, this would be 1. Okay, the number of people would be 1, 1, 3. Hence, this is equal to 5. The sum is 5. Okay, less than 14. If I take the value of y as 2, if I take value of y as 2, the number of people would be 2, 2, 6. Hence, the sum would be 10. Now, if I take the total number of politicians as 10, then only 4 people will remain, and I cannot divide it in educationalist, as this relationship is also given that P is equals to Q plus R by 2. It means the only possible value for politicians is 1, 1 and 3. Yes, Nikhil, correct. 1, 1 and 3. So this is 5. So now this sum has to be 15. Hence the number of people, number of educationalists should be equal to 9. Right? This number should be 9 now. Okay. Now I know that P plus Q plus R is 9. Okay. And I know that 2P plus Q plus R is equal to, 2P minus Q minus R is equal to 0. So if I simplify this and add these two equations, I will get the value of P equal to 3. Hence, the value of P is 3. Okay. Now, if the value of P is equal to 3, can you tell me what are the two possible values of Q and R? See, if P is 3, it means sum of Q and R is 6. Right? Now, it is given that Q is less than 3. Hence, this could be either 2 or this could be 1. If this is 2, this value is 4. If this is 1, this value is 5. So, hence, we have got the total number of people in each and every committee. Okay. I hope this table is clear to everyone here. Yes, please give me a thumbs up if this table is clear to all of you here. Okay. All right. Great. Now let us see the question. So the question says that which of the following must be false? Let's see the first option. The size of research committee. What is the size of research committee? It is 7. Size of teaching committee could be 4 plus 2, 6 or 5. And the size of administration committee is 4 plus 3, 7 plus 4, 11 or 12. Okay, let's see the question. Size of research committee is less than the size of administration committee. Yes, so the statement is true. In teaching committee, the number of educationalists is equal to the number of politicians. Is it true? This could be 2 and 1, and this is 1. So this could be true if number of educationalists is 1. So I'll keep this statement on hold. But the statement would be false if I take 2. So I'll put this statement on hold. I'll look for more stronger incorrect statement. Let's see option C. It says that in the administration committee, the number of bureaucrats, means 4, is equal to the number of educationalists. Yes, this statement is, this also could be true because 4 and 5, there are 2 values. Let's see the next statement. The size of research committee is less than the size of teaching committee. So research committee is 7, teaching committee is either 6 or 5. Means this statement is false. Hence, the correct answer to this question would be option D. Okay, I hope this question is clear to all of you. Okay. Yes. Is there any doubt in this question? Yes. Yes, because it can't be higher than 7. Also, see, generally, if such type of questions come in your exam, this question came in exam. Okay. So what we do is that we read statement 1, true hai. Okay. So I leave this. Then I read statement B. Then I get confused कि ये 2 और 1 है, means ये statement false भी हो सकता है. ठीक है. False हो सकता है, लेकिन ये statement true भी हो सकता है. ठीक है. So let us put this statement on hold and check for other statement. Okay, so this is what you have to avoid, because अगर आप सिर्फ statement B तक read करोगे, then you will think that option B is the answer. Okay, so please read all such type of options in such type of questions where you have to denote true and false. Okay, I hope this is okay now. Let's move on to the next question. This is the next question. What is the number of bureaucrats in the administration committee? Let's see. So we have already done the math here. Number of bureaucrats in administration committee is 4. Hence, no, not 4 by 3. 4 by 3 to x tha. 4 by 3 into x. But we have taken the value of x as 3, right? So the correct answer to this question is 4. Now this was a type in the answer type of question. Okay, no options given. Correct answer would be 4. I hope this is clear. Let's see the next question. So this is the next question. Please read the question and tell me the answer. Okay, let's see. Number of educationalists in research committee. So in the research committee, number of educationalists is 3. So 3 is the answer. Correct. Okay, next one. Which of the following cannot be determined uniquely on the basis of information given? Yes. Please read the question and try to answer. Yes, I want answers from all of you. So please, I would request each and every one of you to reply. Try to solve the question and reply. Yes. What would be the answer here? Yes. Should I discuss this question? Hmm. A and D in both cases we can't uniquely determine. Okay. But see, in CAT, we just have one correct answer. So let's see, let us discuss. So it is given that which of the following cannot be determined uniquely. Uniquely means we cannot get a definite value. Okay. On the basis of given information, option A says that total number of educationalists, that is 9, in the 3 committees. We can determine the total, right? This can be determined. Okay, so this option is wrong because we have to find cannot be determined, but this can be determined. See, इसमें issue क्या है educationalist में? हमें ये नहीं पता है number of educationalists in teaching and administration committees कितने हैं. But we know that total number of educationalists is 9. So this is not the answer. Let's see the next one. Total number of bureaucrats in 3 committees. Total number of bureaucrats is 10. So this is also determined. Size of research committee. Size of research committee is also determined to be 7. Teaching committee is not determined uniquely. Either it is 5 or 6. So we are getting 2 different values. Hence, this is not determined. The correct answer is option D. Okay. All right. So I hope this set is clear to everyone and there is no doubt and difficulty, any question in your mind regarding this set. Yes, please give me a thumbs up if everything is clear in this question so that I can proceed. Okay, let us continue. Okay, so this is a different set. So let us read the set and try to make the arrangement here. Okay, so it says that Adriana, Bandita, Chitra, and Daisy are 4 female students. So we have 4 girls. Amit, Barun, Chetan, and Dev. We have 4 boys. Okay, so this is what they, yes, this is from CAT 2018. All the questions that I am discussing in the class today are from CAT 2018. Okay. See, this is the such type of names they give to confuse the student. What we do is that we generally take the first letter of each name so that we can denote it. But इसमें boys भी ABCD and females भी ABCD हैं, right? So you will have to write either the 2 letters or the entire name. So please make the arrangement accordingly. Each of them studies in the institutes X, Y, or Z. 3 institutes हैं. There are 8 students there. Each student majors in one subject among marketing, operations, and finance, and minors in a different one. Okay. Okay, so all right. So I have this information. So let us draw a table. We will have to draw a table here. So let us take Institute X. So let us read the first statement. It is written that 3 students are from X. So for X, I will have to make a table for 3 people. This way. Okay. Y also has 3 students. So 3 people are in Y. And Institute Z has 2. This is what is known. Okay. So we will write the name here, subject of major and minor subject this way. Okay. Now I'm giving you 3 minutes. Please read the question carefully and try to fill the table. Okay. Try to solve this one. Hi Jagajani, welcome to the class. We are solving questions from logical reasoning from previous year papers. Please try to solve this question. We have started a new set here. Should we discuss this set now? Two minutes more? Okay, all right. Take your time. Okay, I'm waiting. Okay, so are you done? Let us discuss now. Yes. Okay, let us see. So Adriana, Bandita, Chitra, and Daisy. Okay, so this we have read. Let's start with these statements. First statement is that 3 students are from X, 3 from Y, and 2 from Z, both females. Okay, so the 2 students that are from Z are both females. Let us take both females here. Okay, then we have second statement. Both male students from Y. It means Y has 2 male students. Minor in finance means their minor subject is finance. Okay. While the female student from Y majors in operations, means one female student here, her major is operations. Okay. Now, since if 2 males and 1 female is here, it means in X also we have 2 males and 1 female. Right? This is the only possibility for X and Y. Let us continue. Sorry. So third option says that only one male student majors in operations. Okay. Now see, these any of these two students can major in operation because their minor is finance. So their major cannot be finance. It could be either marketing or operations. But it is given that only one male majors in operations, okay, while three females minor in marketing. Okay, so there are three females whose minor is marketing, means one minor is different for a female. Okay, let's see this statement. Adriana and Deb are both from same institute. Okay, so Adriana and Deb are from one institute. Daisy and Amit are from one institute. Okay, this is what I have. The next statement says that Barun is from Y. Means Barun would be, let us take Barun is there, male from Y, and majors in operations. Okay. Okay, and it was given that only one male student majors in operations. Means others will major in either finance or marketing. Okay, now this male is minoring in, his minor subject is finance, means the only possibility for him is marketing. So he is majoring in marketing. Okay, all right. So this is clear, I guess. Okay, now Chetan is from X. So the male from X, Chetan, let us take this as Chetan. He majors in finance. Okay. Daisy minors in operations. Okay. So Daisy is that female who minors in operations. Rest of the females minor in marketing as given here, right? Okay. Now since it was given that Adriana and Dave are together in Daisy and, which was this? Yes, Daisy and Amit. Yeah. So yes, your answer is right, Jagajani. Adriana is the female of Y. So Adriana can be here. Okay, now if Adriana is here, this means this position is occupied by Dev. Okay, now the only two positions left for Daisy and Amit are these. So Amit would be at this position and Dev here. Okay, it means the two females, the remaining two females are Chitra and Bandita. They are from Z. Bandita and Chitra. Okay, so we have filled this much information, but still we can fill. Let's see. See, when you solve any question of LR, there are certain statements given which you cannot fill right away. So it is always a good idea to go through the entire statements again, all the statements once again. Okay, so both male students. Okay, this we have done. Only one male student in operations, three in marketing. So the three girls. Okay, means Chetan. I've written, sorry, I think I've done some mistake. This is Daisy. Yeah, this is Daisy, not Dave. In X, this is Daisy. So she is also minoring in marketing. This is also marketing. These two girls are also minoring in marketing. Okay. This is all the information I have till now. Let us continue further. Okay. Let us continue further. Let's see the question. So please read the question and tell me what would be the answer. Who are the students from Institute Z? D. C. Okay. Yeah. So the students from Institute Z are Bandita and Chitra, right? So the correct answer to this question would be Bandita and Chitra. Option C is the correct one. Okay. I think Amar, you have read the option incorrectly. This is Chitra and this is Daisy. So Daisy is not from Institute Z. Okay. Is this question clear? Okay. Yes, please give me a thumbs up if this question is clear to everyone. Okay, great. Let's see the next one. Which subject does Dev minor in? Let's go back. What is the minor subject of Dev? According to this question, this is finance. Okay. So let's see the options. Hence, the correct option would be option D. That is finance. Okay, clear? Let's move to the next question now. Yes, please read the question and try to answer it. Which subject does Amit major in? Yes, correct answer is marketing. Okay, we have got one marketing, we have one finance. Any other answer? Okay, let's see. Which subject does Amit major in? Major in or minor in? Major in. Okay. Let's see this arrangement. So here we have that Amit majors in finance. This we have already filled. Hence, the correct answer to this question would be option. Yes, option B is correct. Finance. Okay. I hope this entire. Okay, one more question is there. Okay, so the question says if Chitra majors in finance, which subject does Bandita major in? Yes. See, this question is from CAT, but this would be slightly, just slightly more difficult than the CMAT level, but such type of questions come in CMAT as well. So you can solve this. Yes, answer to this question. So they have given one more condition that Chitra majors in finance. Okay, so fill this condition. Then which subject does Bandita major in? Let's go back. Okay, so from here I have that major of Chitra is finance. What could be the major of Bandita? Yes, correct. Because see, Bandita cannot major in marketing because उसमें वो minor वो उसका minor subject है. And it was given that only one female was majoring in finance. Okay, so the only option left for Bandita is operations. So operations is the correct answer here. Okay, hence the correct answer to this question would be option D. Okay, so option D is the correct answer here. Okay, so all of your answers are correct. I hope this question and the entire set is clear to everyone. If there is any difficulty in this set, please let me know. Clear. Okay, now let us move on to the next set. So this set is comparatively easy. Read the question carefully and tell me what would be the answer. Okay, don't read the question first. First, read the set that is given to you, this paragraph. Okay, try to understand it, then move towards the question. You have 2 minutes to solve this. Okay, should I discuss this question now? Okay. Okay. All right. Let's discuss. So we are given an n cross n square matrix. Okay. So the matrix is like this. Okay, so I am just drawing a small matrix so that the question becomes easy. Okay, so this is a 5 cross 5 matrix. We have n cross n matrix here to be filled with numerals, numbers, so that no two adjacent cells have same numeral. Now let us understand what do they mean by adjacent. Two cells are called adjacent if they touch each other horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. So if I take this okay, if I take this corner cell, so the cells adjacent to it are these three. Okay. Okay, so if a cell in one of the four corners has three cells adjacent, means these three, and the cell in the first row or the last row, let us take this. So these five are adjacent to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the cell which is in between, then these cells are adjacent to it. 8 cells. Okay. I hope this question is clear. Let's see. The question says, what is the minimum number of different numerals needed to fill a 3 cross 3 square matrix? Okay, so let us draw the matrix first. Okay, so this is a 3 cross 3 square matrix. Let us try to fill it. But now we have to make sure that I use the minimum number of different numbers possible. Okay, so let us place 1 here. So the adjacent positions, at the adjacent positions, the number cannot be 1. So I have to take 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now 2 and 3 are here. So I can place 1 here and I can place 4 here. No adjacent positions. Same. Okay. Now if 4 and 3 are here, I can put 1 and 2 again here. Now 4, 3, 2 are here. So I can put 1 here. Right. Is this arrangement clear? Okay, so we had to make sure that कोई भी arrangement, कोई भी adjacent positions पे same numbers नहीं होने चाहिए. Okay, what I can do is this also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All the numbers are different. Okay, but they are asking for minimum number of numerals required. So the answer would be 4. So this was also a type in the answer type of question. So the correct answer is 4. Yes, I hope this question is clear to everyone. If there is any difficulty, any doubt in your mind, you can ask. Yes, Amar, Chaitanya, Jagat Janni, is this question clear? Okay, great. Let's move on to the next question. So this was a 3 cross 3 matrix. Now we'll try by a 5 cross 5 matrix. Okay. Now read this question. So I would ask you to give me the correct answer. This time your answer should be correct. All of you should give me the correct answer. Method is same, but a 5 cross 5 matrix. Please start solving. You have 2 minutes. No, you can take any number. I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be different. You can take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Any number you can take. Okay, let us discuss. Yes, 4 is the correct answer. We can solve by taking 4 only. Let's see how. So if I take 1 here, 2, 3, 4 would be here. Now if 2, 3 is here, so I can put 1 and 4 here. Then now 1, 4 here, 2, 3, 1, 4. And again, this way I have 4 and 3, so I can put 1 and 2. 4 and 3 again, 1 and 2, 1. So this way you can fill the entire matrix. Okay, so we can do this thing by 4 numerals every time. Now, can you tell me if I give you a 9 cross 9 matrix, will you be able to fill that matrix using 4 numerals? Think and tell. My question is, in case of a 9 cross 9 matrix, how many numbers would I require minimum? Guess what would be the answer? Won't it be 4? 9 number taking 1 at center. Sorry, I didn't get what you're saying. See, this is a 5 cross 5 matrix. No. Number of numbers, you can take as many numbers as possible. But here we are interested in minimum numbers. See, this is a 5 cross 5 matrix. If I increase the number of rows and columns to 9, then also you can continue with the same pattern, no? This 1, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 2 pattern can be continued. So the number of numerals would be 4 only. Right? Is the logic clear? Yes, Amar? Irtaza, is this clear? Okay, so I guess this question is clear to all. Let's move on to the next question now. This is the question. Read the question and try to solve it. Yes, so we have one answer. Let's wait for others' answer as well. Okay, let us solve together. So the question is saying, suppose you are allowed to make one mistake. So one mistake means if there are two cells, adjacent cells, I can fill same number in both the cells, but only one time. Okay. Then what is the minimum number of numerals required to fill a 5 cross 5 matrix? Okay. So let us go back to the previous question. This was the 5 cross 5 matrix I made with 4 numerals. Okay. So in this matrix, I have not done any mistake. There is not a single mistake here. ठीक है. अब अगर मैं एक और mistake, अगर इसमें मैं एक mistake कर भी देती हूँ, ठीक है, then also I can solve it by 4 numerals. Okay, let us do this. एक mistake कर देते हैं यहाँ पे 2 है. I am allowed to make one mistake, so I will write 2 and 2 here. Okay, so at these two cells, I have written 2. Now also the minimum number of numerals required is 4. Okay, hence the correct answer to this question is option B, 4. Okay. Now see, since this question is from CAT 2018, I know that these 4 options were there in actual CAT. Okay. Now अगर मैं इस question में कोई logic नहीं लगा रही हूँ, don't think about anything. Okay, आप मुझे बताओ अगर without mistake आपने 5 क्रॉस 5 मैट्रिक्स बना ली विद द यूज ऑफ 4 न्यूमरल्स. ओके, सो विद मिस्टेक तो ऑब्वियसली यू कैन मेक इट बाय 4, नो, राइट. एंड लुक मे बी अगर इफ यू थिंक कि विद मिस्टेक मे बी 3 मिनिमम से बन जाए, बट 3 इज नॉट गिवन इन द ऑप्शंस ओनली. इट मींस द करेक्ट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन इज 4. Yes, is this clear to everyone? Okay, great. Let us move to the next question. Okay. Suppose if this is a theta question, so answer would be 1. No, then also the answer would be 4 only. Why? Because see, if this is a theta question and you have to make a 5 cross 5 matrix, so 4 से तो हमने बना लिया when there was no mistake. And if one mistake is allowed, now please try to make a 5 cross 5 matrix using 3 numerals. Let us try to do this together. Okay, so this is a 5 cross 5 matrix. I am going to fill this matrix by using 3 numerals. Okay, let us try that. So 1, 2, 3. What will I fill here? 3 से बन जाएंगे. Okay, so let us try 1, 2 and 3. What will I fill here? Okay, let us fill 1 here because I am allowed to make one mistake and I cannot increase the number of numerals. Okay, so I have 1 and 2. I will fill 3 here. What will I fill here? Yes, can you tell me what number will I fill here? 2. Okay, so if I fill 2 here, तो ये तो adjacent हो गया ना? These two cells are adjacent, so same हो गया number. Okay, let's go back to the question and read the definition of adjacent they have given. See, ideally, yes, this is a CAT question, Gautam. Ideally, हम जब question solve करते हैं, if I don't have this question, then what is the meaning of adjacent in my mind? Side by side, right? But they have given a definition of adjacent. Read it. Two cells are called adjacent if they touch each other horizontally, vertically, and diagonally. This way also the numbers cannot be same. Okay. I hope this is clear now that why I cannot put 2 here. Yes, okay. So I hope this question is clear to you. See, now that is why it is very important to read the question properly, because adjacent means if I also solve a question, I will also think adjacent means to side by side hota hai, so I will not consider diagonal. But इन्होंने लिखा है तो आपको consider करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है? So now if the ideal time required to solve this question would be 5 minutes. 5 minutes में सारे पूरे entire set, okay, all the questions of this set should be solved in 5 minutes, because you think about it, there is no calculation involved, just simple logic is there. Okay, and इसमें आपको कोई बहुत बड़ा arrangement भी नहीं करना है जिसमें आपको बहुत सारे options को, बहुत सारे statements को read करना है, nothing like that. Okay, yes, one more doubt. Okay, If we put 2, then we can do by putting 1. Okay, let's see. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm going to discuss this. If we put 2, okay, should I put 1 here, 2 here, again 2 and 3. This is what I have done. Okay, because I am allowed 1 mistake, so I have done a diagonal mistake. If I put 2, where do I put 2? Can I put 2 here? No, adjacent. Here also it is adjacent. This way also adjacent. This is also adjacent. So I cannot put it this way, no? Even if I put 1, then also I can put 1 here. This is correct. But in the next one, I will have to put 2 again. Again, this would be adjacent. Okay. All right. Is this clear? Is the doubt clear? Got it. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. This is the question on your screen. Please read the question and try to answer it. Okay. Yes, Gautam, you can send me questions on the Telegram group. I can share the link of my Telegram group here. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, so a lot of you have given answer as 4, but let me tell you, answer is not 4. So think again. Think again. Try to solve this. Try to read the question. Read the question and try to understand question में पूछा क्या है. ठीक है? Answer is not 4. Okay, so this is the link of my Telegram. Okay, you can join and you can post the questions there. If you have any doubt, you can post there. Yes, Gautam, is that fine? Okay, let us discuss this question now. Yeah. So suppose all the cells adjacent to a particular cell. So let me just draw a 5 cross 5 matrix. Okay, so this is a 5 cross 5 matrix. Okay, all the cells adjacent to a particular cell must have different numerals. Okay, so if I take this cell in the between, in the middle, okay, so all the cells adjacent to this, इस cell के adjacent कितने cells हैं? Okay, So now it is given in the question that any other cell has 8 cells adjacent to it. So any cell which is in the middle has 8 cells adjacent to it. So let us write down the numerals. If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So minimum number of numerals required here would be equal to 9. So therefore option A is correct. Okay. See, why is this question different from the previous one? प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में ये था कि एडजेसेंट सेल्स में सेम नंबर नहीं होना चाहिए. मींस इफ आई चूज दिस देन दीज नंबर्स शुड बी डिफरेंट. दिस 4 ये जो 2x2 का मैट्रिक्स है इसमें डिफरेंट नंबर्स फिल होने चाहिए, राइट? बट इट इज गिवन दैट in the middle also, in any particular cell you select, it should have different numerals. Hence different numerals means 8 numbers would be required. Hence the correct answer is 9. Option A is correct. I hope this question is clear. Okay. Let's move on to the next set now. So far we have discussed 3 sets from logical reasoning. Now we are going to discuss a DI set. Okay. Please read the question, read the paragraph that is given here and use this pie chart. Now this is a double layered pie chart. Okay. Please understand this and then we'll move towards the question. Please read it carefully. Is this pie chart clearly visible to all of you? The numbers written are clearly visible or not? Okay. You are unable to send the message. Okay, I'll see this. Okay, I'll look into this. I'll let you know soon. Till then, please tell me whether the graph is clearly visible, pie chart is visible. Okay, all right. Please read and start solving. Let us see, let us understand this. So this is given that a multi-layered pie chart below shows sales of LED television sets for big retail electronics outlet during 2016 and 2018. So this pie chart is also divided into 2 parts using this. So this side, right hand side is for 2016 and this is for 2017. Okay. Okay, so each label is showing the sale of that particular month. For some of the months, the numbers are not given, but it is given that the innermost layer shows annual sales. Now, this is quarterly sales also. So, the sales during the 3 months of second quarter months means April, May, June, and the fourth quarter, that is April, May, June. Sorry, the fourth quarter, that is October, November, December. This one. So the numbers are not given, but it is given that these numbers are in arithmetic progression. The difference between two numbers is same. Okay. Okay. So this is the question. Here is the question. Please read the question and try to get the answer. Okay. Okay, let me just create a poll for this question. Yes. Sorry. So you want the name of my Telegram group? Okay, I'll show it to you. One second. This is the name of my Telegram group. Unacademy underscore Aishwarya dash cat. Yes, what is the answer to this question? Yes, I'll move to the next question. I'm waiting for other answers as well. Yes, Nikhil Jagat Janni Amar, please solve and tell me what is the answer. Irtija Gautam has given the answer. Anu, please solve the question and tell me what is the answer. Should I discuss this question now? Yes, okay. See, it is given that sales in the fourth quarter are in the arithmetic progression. So in the fourth quarter, since we are interested in December, we are interested in the fourth quarter. Now I know that in October, the value is 100. Okay. And since this is an AP, the value is going to increase from 100. Then the next term should be 100 minus some constant. And the third term should be 100 minus 2K. Okay. And I know that total sales in quarter 4 is 360. Okay. So this sum of these three values is 360. If you will solve this, you will get the value of K as 20. Hence, the values here would be, if this is 100, for November the value is 120, and for the December the value is going to be 140. Is this much clear to all? Okay. Now, since this is the number for December 2016, we have to look for number for December 2017. Okay, so December 2017 means this year. Okay, how will I get the number of December 2017? Yes, so this would also be okay. So since this is also an arithmetic progression, this is 150, 170. So this is going to be 190. Okay. So we have two numbers, 170 and 190. Now we can calculate the percentage change from 140 to 190. So the percentage increase is given by the formula change upon original into 100. So change here is equal to 50. Original quantity is 140. In case of percentage decrease, we always say take the lower quantity here. Okay, so this you can solve. Okay, please solve. Okay, 10 would be deducted. This is 50. Why 140? Because see, this is an arithmetic progression, no? And there's the sum of these three values of October, November, and December is 360. That is why. Okay. So the correct answer would be option A. I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next question. This is the next question on your screen. Please read the question carefully and try to solve it. No, Gautam, मैं MBA नहीं कर रही हूँ. I have done my post graduation. I've done my post graduation in mathematics from University of Delhi. Yes, sales in December 2017. Where? Should be 180. Why? Yes, yes. Because this is 500. Okay, so this would be 500 minus 150 plus 170. Right? So ये number क्या आ रहा है? Solve it. Yes, this number is 180. Yes, correct. Yes, so in the previous question also, instead of 190, you have to substitute 180 and solve. Okay, let's just go back. Let me just clear it. This is 180, so this difference is going to be 40. 40 upon 140 into 100. Okay, let's come back. Okay, yeah, I'll be beginning my plus classes from next month. So I'll be sharing the schedule for that as well. Yes, what is the answer to this question? I've created a poll, you can answer there. Hello. So we are solving a few previous year questions. So this is a question from DI set. Please try to solve it. Okay, should I discuss this question now? Yes. Okay, let us discuss this question now. Okay. So we have to find for which quarter the percentage increase is the highest. So we have 4 quarters here, Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. All right. Let's see. Okay, you are saying Q1 and Q4 has the same. No, you might have done some calculation mistake because yes, that में एक ही answer correct होता है. Okay, so let us calculate the values for 216 and 270. So the sum for Q1 is not given, so you can add 60, 80 and 100. Okay, so if you'll add, you will get this value as 240. For Q2, this value is given to be 150. For Q3, you can add 75, 120 and 150. You will get 140. For Q4, this is given to be 360. Okay, so these are the numbers. Okay, now let us see the numbers for 2017. So for 2017, the numbers are for Q1, there are 120 plus 100 plus 160. If I add, I will get 380. For Q2, the number is 65 plus 75 plus 60. If I add, I'll get 200. Okay, for Q3, number is 220 and 500. Okay, so these are the numbers. Okay, I have to find percentage increase. The highest percentage increase I have to find, right? Okay, so this you can calculate using the formula of percentage increase. The formula is change upon original into 100. Since we are finding percentage increase, original is the lower quantity here. Now you can solve this question by comparison also, because if you see, this is 50 by 150, right? 1 by 3, so 33.33. So this would be the lowest. Okay, let's see here. So the difference is of 60 plus 20, 80 by 140. Okay, this is also slightly less than 50%, 1 by 2. This is less than 1 by 2. Okay, if you see this, the difference here is of how much? 550 minus 360. How much difference is there? Yes, tell me quickly. 190. So this is 190 upon 360. Okay, and we know that 360 का half कितना होता है? 118. Sorry, 180. Okay, so this is slightly more than 50%. Okay, this is more than 50%. Okay, these two are less than 50%. Here also, if you see the difference, this is 240 minus, sorry, 380 minus this is 140. 140 by 240. This is much more than 50%. So now, since I have these two values which are more than 50%, so I will calculate the percentages for Q1 and Q4 only to get the exact answer. Okay, so this is how you can eliminate a few options by comparison, by approximation also. So I hope this question is clear to all. The answer to this question would be A. Q1 is the correct answer. Let's see the next one. Okay. Read the question and try to solve this question. Here you have to find percentage decrease. Okay. Yes, I've seen it. I've seen it. Let others also answer. Okay. So we are getting multiple answers. Okay, poll is not working. Maybe because of some. Okay, I'll add a different poll for the next question. Let us solve this. Okay, let's see. So here in this question, we have to find percentage decrease from previous quarters to decrease highest किसमें है? So Q2 of 2017 means this. So what is the percentage decrease? Now can I calculate this? For which quarter, during which quarter was the percentage decrease in sales from previous quarter sales highest? Okay, so Q2 of 2017 means I have to consider this. What is the percentage decrease? Has the percentage decreased? Yes. Can option A be the answer? Yes, guys, please reply. Can option A be my answer? During which quarter was the percentage decrease in sales from previous quarter sales the highest? Okay. Now see, option B cannot be the answer because this is Q2 of 2016. 2016 के पहले का quarter. Okay, sorry, Q1. We have information for Q1. It means this could be. So let us find these values first. Okay, let us do this. So we have Q2 of 2017, then Q1 of 2017, Q4 of 2017, and then Q2 of 2016. These are our options. Let's check for them one by one. So if I consider Q2 of 2017, okay, so Q2 of 2017 means this. What was the sum here? 65, 75, and 60. They add up to 150. Sorry, they add up to 200. Okay, so the sum was 200 here. Previous quarter means Q1. Q1 का total was 380. Okay, so कितना decrease है? 380 minus 200. Now, since we are calculating percentage decrease, I will consider 380 as the denominator. Okay, so this you have to calculate. Let's see for Q1 2017. Q1 2017 total is 380. Previous sales is 360. Okay, so this is not increased. इसमें decrease नहीं हुआ है, इसमें तो increase हुआ है from the previous quarter, right? Hence, this cannot be my answer. Let's see option C. Q4 of 2017. Q4 of 2017 is 500. Previous is 220. So here also an increase has happened. Okay, 220 से 500 sales increase हुए हैं. It means this also is not my answer. Let's see for this one, Q2 of 2017, hence 150. What is the total of Q1? It is 240. So now here the amount is decreased. So let's see for 240 and 150. So this would be 240 minus 150 upon 240 into 100. Okay, let us calculate these values. So this would be equal to 180 upon 380 into 100. Okay, let us solve. And this is equal to 9 upon 240 into 100. Okay, please solve and tell me what would be the exact percentages here. Yes, what are the values you are getting? 37.5 for this one. Yes, this one could be. And this one would be much less than. this is 47.36 and this is 9 by 24, 37.5. Okay, hence the highest value is of Q2 2017. Hence the correct answer to this question is option A. All right, I hope this question is clear to all of you. No issues. Okay, so I hope this question is clear. Let's move on to the next question now. This is the next and the last question of today's class from the DI section. Please read the question carefully and try to answer. During which month was percentage increase in sales from previous month sales the highest? Okay. Okay, so you don't have to calculate for all the 24 months given. You just have to see for these months. Okay. The ones listed in the options. Please try to solve it. Okay. Yes, what is the answer to this question? You can answer in the poll. Let's see if it is working this time. Okay. Yes, the correct answer to this question is option B. Let's see how. Let us discuss its explanation. So we have March 2017 in the options, October 2017, then we have October 2016 and March of 2016, right? Yes, okay, let us see the values. So for March 2017, we have to calculate increase from previous month. So March 2017 is, where is March 2017? This way. Okay. This 160 from the previous month, 100. Increase कितना हुआ है? 60 by 100 into 100 percentage increase. For October 2017, here 150. Previous month 17. Increase कितना हुआ है? 80. Okay. So this is 80 by 70 into 100. October 2016 means this month. 100 previous is 55. Increase is 45. 45 by 55 into 100. Next is March of 2016. 100 and earlier was 60. Okay, so the increase is of 40 by 60 into 100. So from these figures, we can directly see that the highest value is this one because it's more than 100% increase here, right? This is 800 by 7%, more than 100%. Therefore, the correct answer to this question would be option B. Okay. All right. I hope this question, this entire set is clear to everyone here. Yes, 45 by 100 for third option. Why 45 by 100? What was the third option? October 2016, this month. So previous month is 55. So the difference would be 100 minus 55 upon previous month. No? So this would be 45 upon 55. Yes. Is this clear? Is this doubt clear? We are finding percentage increase. Okay. So this was the last question of today's class. So I hope this class was useful for you. Yes, Gautam, this is the last question. Okay, so I hope this class was useful for you. So I would request you to go through these questions once again and try to solve them without listening to the explanation. I hope, I'm sure that you will get benefits from this class. Okay, so since we have discussed all the questions from CAT 2018 and the questions were of slightly higher difficulty level only. Okay, so in the next class also of previous year questions, I'll bring more questions from earlier papers of CAT and then we'll discuss again. All right. Let's continue. So now let me just tell you all the benefits of the Plus subscription. So if you go for the Plus subscription, you will have access to the classes from India's top educators. You will also have access to the live tests and quizzes that happen on our platform on regular basis. Also, you will get guidance regarding the mock test also you will get guidance regarding the GDPIs and everything that happen. Okay, the timelines of different exams, everything will be given to you. Okay, so what are the steps to subscribe? You just have to go to Unacademy Learning app. You have to install Unacademy Learning app from Google Play Store. Select CAT as your goal from there and then you click on Get Subscription. As soon as you click on Get Subscription, the app will show you two options, the Plus subscription and Iconic subscription. So you have to choose either of these subscription which chooses your needs the best. And then the price of 12 months is 17,500. Price of 24 month subscription is 21,000. Okay. Over this fees, you can use my code AAISH10 to get the 10% off instantly. Also, this code can be used to unlock any of my special classes on this platform. The price for 12 months is 30,000 for Iconic and for 24 months it is 41,000. Here also you can use my code AAISH to get the 10% off the entire course. Okay. So this is the name of our YouTube channel. You can follow this. You can subscribe to this channel if you want to take more classes for CAT and get complete guidance about various MBA entrances. This is the name of my Telegram channel. Please join the channel to get regular links about my classes and all. Okay. So I hope the class was useful. Thank you all for attending the class.